All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. How are you today? Welcome to Rouser World live caricature art stream. In this stream, we're going to be doing none other than exploring caricature art. It is a good morning today. I feel like I got a little bit of rest. I feel like that today, anyway. Yeah, man. This week the weather is changing down, down in Texas and stuff, or all over the country. The weather's changing. Looks like we might get some relief with some kind of colder weather, but uh, anyway, it's crazy how it is true. Your body, when you get older, you start to feel the weather changes. Old injuries, things you used to do that you think you didn't have to pay for when you was doing them. Yeah, those things hurt. I woke up this morning and I thought, well, there goes my knees, right? I stepped off the bed. But it just take a minute for my old knees to warm up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and waste no time getting into it. For you guys, this is your first time here. My name is Harry. I am going to be your caricature tour guide for the day. All right, I'm going to show you what I know. If you feel like you're benefiting from the stream or whatever, and you want a tip, man, that'll be awesome. Oh my goodness, that'll be super awesome. Get back there. Ooh, I just caught it, man. It was about to go to 1%. Out of there. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and get started. So how many faces are we gonna look at today? I'm gonna try to do about 5 different faces. Each one will just talk about the principles of caricature. What it is that I am thinking about. You guys can ask questions, and I'll hopefully have some answers for you. Hello this morning. How are you, Kel's World? I am great. Hello, Gaming with Jay and Corey. What's going on today? How are you today? Certainly awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so before we jump into, uh, hold on, let me see. Trying to ding. Hold on a sec. I'm taking culinary art. Hold on 1 second, guys. I will be right. I will be right back. Hold on. Okay, never mind. I'm not going anyway. I'm taking culinary class. Oh, okay. That is super awesome. Culinary class. Yeah. Also, you like to cook. You like the things that have to do with food. That's good. So, just let me sharpen my pencils up here, guys, and we'll get kicked off. We're going to start with a little warm up exercise. Okay. And then from that warm up exercise, we will proceed into our caricatures. Once we are done with that, we will do our word of the day. Hopefully, you'll stick around for that part. It's always the exciting part of the stream, the word of the day. And then we're gonna go ahead and get you guys out of here. I do have an event today. Whew, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, guys, been looking out for me because it's been slow at work, but some kind of way that other things were able to happen, and I wound up with an event, man. It's always gotta be grateful. Gotta be grateful, right? All right, so warm up exercise. Let's get our pencil out, and we're gonna make up some little cartoons. Okay, what do you guys say? So everybody, you should be able to see my paper pretty good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice something that we do every week or when we come on a stream, we want to learn how to basically draw a caricature. So we're going to be drawing some little boxes. Okay, we'll draw some boxes, and these boxes just have 4 little squares on them, right? And the idea behind these boxes are they are the premise for drawing the head. All right. So, in general, to use this box, you're going to put your eyes here and your eyebrows here, whatever they may be doing. So we can do that as a warm-up exercise. Little bitty shapes you can put in here to make your character. All right. Now, once we do that, we will add a jawline to each character. Okay? Well, first, let's not add the jawline yet. Let's add a nose shape. So this line right here in the middle, right, is going to be usually where you connect your nose to. Sometimes it'll go up into the box, but in general, it's going to be connected somewhere to this line. All right. And then you have your mouth shape or whatever. And then you'll have your jawline shape. Whatever that shape may be. Okay? That's how it works. All right? And then you put your hair and your ears on each shape. So I'm just going to put some simple little ears. Okay? And then we're going to do a simple little hairdo. Okay? So you can see that would be like the hairline right there. All of this would basically be colored in. Okay, yeah. All right, now this one, we'll add a little hair to it. See if we can add hair inside of the shape. And then we can add hair around the shape. Okay. You want your caricatures to be simple and a little funny, right? Maybe this guy has a little baseball hat, right? We're just sitting here having fun. All right. All right. So this is how we form our cartoons, okay? That's you, the triangle one. Okay. So I think that with caricature, one of the setbacks, one of the setbacks could be is when you forget to have fun. you've gotten too technical with your drawing. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't think about it like, remember when you were a kid and you would sit there and you would draw a little man and you would, my son actually did it. He drew a little head, something that looked like this when he gave it to me. I'm gonna show you. All right, something that looked like that, and then he put some little glasses on it, and so it looked like that, and I was like, "What is that?" And he was like, "That's you, Daddy." And I was like, "Well, hold on a minute, that's not me." And I told him, I said, "You got to put my mustache." Right. Now that's me. Okay, so you see, not just what I'm saying, but what I'm doing and how I'm looking at what's been drawn. You get what I mean? We have to look at our drawings with that same appreciation that we had for it when we were young. You got to tap into that, Otherwise, you're just trying to draw something that you think everybody's gonna like. You know what I mean? So that's it's one of those things. Okay, so we're gonna take a few of these pictures. Let me give you an example here. Let's go to this. We're gonna do 5 caricatures. I said. Okay, so this is going to be caricature number 1. Okay, I am going to be drawing I'll draw with a pencil, and then just to keep it simple for you guys, you know what I mean, in case you don't have a marker or whatever to draw with. We don't need that. We just need a pencil, and we should be able to make a cartoon with whatever we draw with. Okay, so let's say we got this guy here, and we want to make a cartoon of him. All right, so let's follow the steps that we did up here. The first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a light little square like this one, and I'm going to cut that square in 4 pieces. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my eyebrow shape. Okay. So I would say somewhere around here. All right. I'm going to put 2 simple eyebrows. And then I want to put 2 simple eyes. Okay. And then, right, those 2 simple little eyes, right? Then I'm going to put my nose shape. He got a pretty good. So what I want to do, I want this to be the. Okay. So that's my simple little nose shape. Then I'm going to go to my lip shape. And everything, you want to keep it simple as while you're learning. You can do all the fancy drawing lines and all that, but if you can't do it like this, real slow, real methodical like this is how you get. This is how you add to your drawings as you slow down and you get a real feel for what it is that you're drawing. Okay. I don't like to waste lines when I'm drawing. Just put something there just because. All right. Now we're going to add our jawline here. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. See, I want everything to be nice and slow. Okay, so we got the whole bottom half of the face, and we're using the same concept here. Okay, I'm used. I looked at the eyebrows. I looked at what the eyes feel like to me. I like the way his, I tried to put a little bit of emphasis on the nose, a little bit of emphasis on the lips, right? Then we'll just come over here, right? And we'll add our hair like we did up here. Remember how we added the hair here? So so what I'm gonna drop the forehead down just a little bit since I added so much length down here. I'm gonna bring this down some. So I'm gonna go about right here. Okay. And then I'm gonna okay. And then we'll put our ear shape. All right. So you see, we did that real slow. We made each line count, and I feel like you guys have learned something from that. Because what was drawing faces is really about getting being in a scenario, okay? Because there are different there are different ways to, how can I put this again? Um, we all have the same features. They're just put in different places in our face. So you might see a nose like this. It might be bigger, might be smaller, but you have an understanding of how to draw that nose. So when you get placed in another scenario, you see the same nose on somebody else's face. Basically, you'll be able to draw it easier. Okay. So again, that was caricature number one. Okay. We built using the box, a simple box technique, and then adding our jawline. You can do it whichever way you want. You can go with the jawline first and then the features. Uh, I find that to be a little bit limiting when you do the jawline first, but it still has its place where it could be the best thing for you to do. Okay. All right, so let's go to caricature number two. Okay. Let's I want to go to something I guess we could try this one. All right, so this one's going to be at a bit of a 3/4 view. All right, so anyway, yeah, this one's going to be at a bit of a 3/4 view. So I'm gonna again draw my box. This is caricature number two. Okay. All right, so how do we form it? We're going to go ahead and we're going to use our box. Okay. Now, when we draw this box, okay, she is at a 3/4 angle, right? So you can see her face is literally, well, it's kind of more like this. If we're looking at it as a dimensional thing, right? This is one side of the box, and then this is the other side of the box, right? And so all of the features really sit in this part of the box, like all of your eyes and your ears and everything like that. So let me show you what I mean by that. All right, so I want to put my eyebrows here. Okay. And I want them to be in a surprise position because I feel like her eyebrows have a lot of space between the eye itself and the brow shape. So I went really high up on that one. Okay. Then I'm going to do like this. Okay. So that's my little eye shape right there. Okay. I wonder how I did that. I just made like a little shape like this. That's how I like to do those eyes right there. You guys gotta excuse my son. He's mad because he's in his crib right now, and his crib is right in front of my office. So he is pissed. Yeah, the life of a full time caricature artist slash dad, right? You know what? It's all good. It's all good. All right, let me see here. Now I put my nose shape here. I don't know. Little side view right there. Okay, and then I put my little lip shape here. I know you wouldn't believe this, but with this, I had to think in terms of 3D. In order to draw this lip, right, like the way her lips are, you can't just you have to almost see it like hey, what's going on, Rasami? How are you? You from Egypt? Okay, man, awesome, awesome. I've never had anybody from Egypt, or maybe I have, but they just never said anything. But welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming out. All right, but what it was I told? I was saying that this mouth here is definitely I'm looking at it kind of like let me show you something. If I did this, and I did this, and then I did this, like that, and then I put like a top on it. Okay, you can see that this is more like how this is like a open space right here. Well, this is kind of what I was thinking about for the mouth, right? For her mouth. You get what I'm saying? Because this was the bottom, right? And then this would be the top. You get what I'm saying? So that the teeth are inside of the box. You see here how they kind of set back a little bit. Like that. All right? Yeah. So, anyway, I just put that on there. All right. So, let's go ahead and go to the jawline on this one, okay? So, to me, she has generally a very V shaped line. So, what I'll do here, I'm just gonna go ahead and go with a V shape. I may even just do a little small V like this, and then come back around, and then I'm connect with the side of the box here. Okay, so that's pretty easy how that's gonna work. Okay, so she see how it's pretty V'd right there. I like that. All right, then I can see sometimes I'll throw a little bit of the ear shape in here. Right, and then I'm gonna throw a little hair in here as well. So I'm gonna look at my brow line right here. This is my brow line. I'm gonna throw a little bit of hair in there. What do you think about that hair? You think that's a pretty good hair right there? Hmm. All right. So we again going. We want to go slow. We want the process to be nice and smooth. Okay. And I'm just drawing shapes at this point. I like to keep my shapes nice and open. I actually made a mistake here, but I don't care. I'm just gonna. I'll tell you what I would do. This is to be the back of the little thing here, right? And then she got all this hairs coming out like right here. And all this right here would be hair too. So all of this is gonna be covered up. All right, and then she has a neck shape here, and then some kind of braid right there. Okay, so that's pretty much how I would approach this picture. Okay, I could have done the eyes a number of different ways. I chose that way. I just felt like it was easier for me to get there. I was wondering if there was an easier way. What if I would have went with something, kind of a because this put me in the mindset of a square, and this put me in the mindset of more like a circle. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean with her eyes. Or could I have done like this? Would it have been easier? Yeah, I think that would have been easier just to go ahead and go with diamonds. Yeah. All right. So you just got to make you some little notes and stuff. I like those eyes right there. I was thinking though, if we could go back here, experiment with another set of eyes. Sometimes it's not really about too much of the exact shape. Is which shape makes it feel like that shape. So I got a bunch of shapes up here, right? And I'm thinking for this shape right here, um, should I do it as a parallelogram or let me see. I'm gonna try this diamond, diamond, diamond. Okay, I think that might work out. I think I like the way they feel. I think I could use those. So I think that these eyes here, if I if I basically form them like this, I'm always looking for easy ways to get it done. You know what I mean? Easy ways to get it done. Oh man, let me see. Hmm. And I can't see any other shape I think would work with that. Oh, you know what? Yes, I do. Maybe this shape here. Let me see. Mm, okay. Or maybe they kind of go down, and that's why. Ah, that's it right. I think that's it. That's what I was looking for. What shape could I do that would that could kind of stand in, and that feels a little bit more like her face to me right there. So, anyway, learn something on that one. All right, hey, what's going on, Cherries? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. All right, so that is caricature number 2. All right, that we went through here. And then we're going to go to our third one. And again, we'll just talk about the thought process of it all. What the rouser thinks about when I'm doing these cartoons of people, right? So I like to keep, let's look at earlier what we were talking about building the face, right? And it's really not so much about, again, the feature, getting this feature right. I want to do something real simple here. Let's say I just did like this. If I could just do it real simple, you get what I'm saying? I could get like a simple expression on there. You get what I mean? And then you see how the picture just kind of comes to you, right? So look at those really basic and general shapes right there. Really basic and general. Okay. So you should be trying, like when you were a little kid, to make a little cartoon of somebody that looks very similar to this. This guy looks pissed off, right? So this caricature looks pissed off, right? Okay. And it's real simple. Okay? No matter who we drawing, right? Hey. And right you are, Cherish. The class was awesome. All right. So you get what I mean, guys. Let's look. This guy right here. We'll just flip it over, right? What can we do to make and just a few lines? And we just use some real simple shapes, and we were just doing like this. We just saying. I wonder. What could let's what kind of shape could I use to be something real simple like that? Let me see. Yeah, like that. You see? So then from there you just keep it simple, man. Let's keep it simple. Remember, we don't, you don't get any style points for this. Just, if you can't do it this simply, just make it real simple. Just let your hand go and just make up something that look like the person. Golly, this is not supposed to be this complicated. Listen to the pot calling the kettle black, right? Okay, look at that guy, right? So again, this is just about letting that. If you feel like you missed something, just add a little shape onto it. Right? Add a little shape onto it. Wow. Now, I like the way these. Now, you see the simplicity of that eye right there. The eye itself is just a very simple eye there. And I like to practice this way again. Me and Cherish, we talked about this in class. I like to use simplicity stuff like this to make it look like I did a lot in my cartoon, but I really didn't do that much, right? So let me see here. And now all we'll do is just like I said, just keep your pencil moving. Let's just do something. Make up your own little what does this guy look like to you version, right? Look at that. So this could be our guy, right? And we didn't even have to do that much, right? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this simple exercise with a bunch of different cartoons, right? Okay. Yep. Bunch of different faces. We're gonna use the same little concept. Okay. We're gonna go back. We're gonna take everybody back to kindergarten. Okay. You see how our shapes look very kindergarten. We want to figure out. So now when we get to a person that has Asian eyes that look like that, we already know what to do, right? So let's see here. Hmm. Let's look at this face here. Okay. So let's go back. Let's go back like this. Look, here we go. We want to do something simple. We're gonna do something simple. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna just keep it simple. Nothing fancy here. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. Just want to keep it simple. We've never drawn a caricature before. This is our first time doing it. We are all new to this class, right? And we should laugh at each other's drawings. In fact, if you guys want to send your drawing in, your simple drawing, I don't want to see nothing complex. Don't come over here with all your I don't want to see the complexity. I want to see simple and fun. Like what, and then all you gotta do is put something in that picture that reminds me of this person. You get what I mean? The object is that when you finish it, it reminds you of that person, right? So we're just gonna do simple and fun little stuff, right? Okay, simple and fun. Okay. Oh wow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm telling you, this might seem really like, what are you doing? But I'm telling you, in the end, it's gonna really make you better. To sit back and forget how good you can draw your accolades. Like literally, aim to mess up. You get what I'm saying? Aim to mess up. Embrace the fact that we are human and you will mess up. Right? You will mess up. You are human. And that's okay. We're all just human beings. All right. So this is my really silly cartoon of her. My first day in caricature class cartoon, right? This is my little curls right here. Who says John has to be serious, right? All right. Let's see here. A little more here there. All right. In case y'all wondering how I know how I make my curls and stuff, that's how I do it right there. See, that's real simple right there, right? So this is how simple you want to practice your drawings. And if you could get if look, and this is just one way. I mean, we did this right here. We could say there's so many ways you can. We can draw two little circles like this and do like this and do like this and then just I don't know. I'm trying to think. Hmm. I'm gonna do this here. I don't care what the pictures say. I don't care what they say anymore. This is my life. Go ahead with your own life. Leave me alone. Eh, eh, eh. I like that one too. See how that one's simple? See the simplicity of it? And then look, all we gotta do is just throw. I think the last one was I do it. Look, all we gotta do is do this right here. Watch. Now you see that right there it kind of looks like her, doesn't it? I mean, I'm just saying, come on, let's just look at it. That was what I should have did in the first place. See, I'm gonna tell you what happened with this mouth here. I went to doing too much. And then look at all this gum line. I mean, she does have a huge gum line, but I felt like with this one, the mouth shape itself, instead of going with what I know what shape I use for my mouse all the time. It always comes out right. A lot of times, pictures will fool you, though. You know what I mean? Pictures will fool you. You have to draw things opposite of what you're actually looking at. It's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. You see that right there? That is what we're talking about. And then all we do is just simply surround the shape with whatever shape the head is. See? See? See, that's the shape of her head. And then, all right, all right, all right. Harry the Rufo. Well, no, we're still trying to iron that out right now. It's an ongoing process. We had an inspector come out, and we tried to get the insurance to cover it, see if the insurance will cover it, but insurance will not cover it. So we're just gonna have to keep pressing forward and raising money for it. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I think we might have gotten a couple of $100 or something so far, But it's kind of hard because on you with YouTube, I'm trying to get people. A lot of people have signed up for our Patreon, and our Patreon page alone. If we could get like, I think we have 150,000 YouTube subscribers, right? So we were like, if like 2% of that said, I want to give $30 $30 was it $30 basically $5 a month for each tier, so it's only a $5 a month thing. It would be enough to do it. So we're just that's the route we're trying to take right now. But thanks, Roger, for asking. Let me see what's up, Aqua Earth Fire. What's going on? All right. So today we're what are we doing? We're just we're relaxing, we're chilling, and we're drawing, and we're doing it like when we were little kids, right? We don't care about like aesthetics and how pleasing. Hey, what's going on, Jermaine? How are you today? All right. Good show. Good show. So let me see here. I'm going to use. Let's look at this picture right here. Okay. All right. So let's pretend we're back in there. We're just nobody's watching. You could just draw whatever you want to watch, right? um, I can do one aqua, earth, and fire. Let me answer that question for you. I do do commissions. If you want me to do a commission where I ship the drawing to you, the best way I would like for you to do me a favor and go to our email or email us or go to our website, browserworld.com, right? So go there and you can tell us what you're trying to do. We'll send you a menu with all the pricing and all that stuff on there. And then as far as if I do it live, what I can do is I can do it live and then I just charge by however many people you want in the picture. So right here at the bottom of my screen. And then this is just if I draw it live for you just to show you how I would do it. And then you can download the video or whatever you want. All right, so let's look at this and let's go back to kindergarten again. Let's go back. Let's remember back when we had to get on a cot and we had to take a nap in the middle of the day, right? Remember when you got juice and cookies? Yeah, juice and cookies. Y'all remember those days? I remember those days. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go there. We're gonna tap into that, and I'm just gonna draw. I see some big eyes, some big circle eyes, looking this way over here. I see some huge circles. That's all I see right there. I don't care about it. I'm looking at all the white of the eye, and that's really what I'm shooting for. That's the caricature, not the shape of the eye, but the caricature is all that white space in the eye. And then also the almost like nonchalant. So she kind of looks like she doesn't have an expression. She has a bit of an expression. So I might raise them a little bit, or to make it fun, maybe I should just do like. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and raise it just a little bit. So I'm gonna raise up the eyes just a little bit. And these look like, you know what they look like? I'm just looking at the angle. They look like two little arrows up there. You know what I mean? Two arrows. All right. Now, let me see here. I'm gonna put some eyelashes on my little eyes right across the top. Cause we're in kindergarten. We can do it. We don't have to. We don't have to do it exactly right. We'll just. Doesn't matter what we draw. We're still gonna get some juice and cookies, man. Doesn't matter. There's no wrong answer here. All right. Now let's do our nose shape. You know what? We're not gonna make it complicated. We're just gonna draw like a little V, a little arrow pointing that way. Like you see how it was pointing that way? Like it's like a little arrow pointing that way. Right? And then we'll just do like this underneath the arrow. Or, you know what that looks like to me? I'm going to tell you what that looks like. that looks like a little shirt. Like picture somebody wearing a shirt, right? You see? You see the shirt right there? Oh, that's a shirt right there. But it's just going to one side, right? Okay, right on Aqua Earth. All right, so now let's go to our mouth shape. Remember, we're not going to get fooled by what we're drawing. We're going to do like this because I got one shape that rules it all. Look how simple that is. That's simple. Now, you just don't get no simpler than that, right? And then you just do like this. Look at that. That looked like her already. Now all we gotta do is just add a head shape. She got a short little. She got a short little. So all of this right here, I'm actually gonna shorten it some more with a little. I'm gonna give you a little pointy chin right there, and then I'm gonna come around and back up, and then do like that. You see? Hey, right on, Kel's World. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna tell you, you can if you the more vivid drawing from memory is like this. It's like they had a competition of all these memory champions, and they said that how do they remember so many things? Like the way they remember them, and some of them, you know, I will say that there's genetics involved, but then there are tricks to being able to remember, and one of them is to associate things that you know with what you don't know. So kind of, and your brain's constantly doing this. This is how it likes to do things, and if you can make it funny, oh man, well you're really gonna remember it. So that's why I'm like, if you hear me talking today, I'm not talking. I'm trying to get you to um, tap into the idea that man, when you're drawing, none of this really matters. This is just, it's just an exercise. You have to get rid of that, almost that the ego of it. You get what I mean? And just create, and then that's when you come up with your best stuff. In other words, when you're not motivated by, things that you shouldn't be motivated by. Okay, so let's go to the top of the head. Now the top of the head is a little bit taller. So what I would do here, I would do a tall head. I would do a tall shape like this. Right? Don't that look like her? Come on, man. Y'all just stop it, man. That look like her, but she look like she's super worried. Like, I hope nobody sees my head like this. And then we just put some little hair on it. Look. There we go. Okay. So we're cooking. We're cooking with that. We are cooking with that. By the way, guys, if you are on Facebook or whatever you guys are learning from the stream, you want to tip, tips are awesome. I'm going to put that up for you guys too, but this is for our Facebook. And then if you guys want to tip, tips are for, here's our Cash App, and then you can do the super stickers if you wish, okay? So thanks a lot, guys, for your tips in advance if you feel like you're benefiting from the art lessons today. All right. All right, so I'm all ears. LOL with a left. Okay, so now we're gonna. What is this face number? I'll say this is number three, right? We'll just say it's number 3. Okay, so let's find another face. Okay. So, you know, with this face right here, what do I see here? What do I see? I see. If I was, I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna go straight up with what I see here. I see some eyes like this. We're doing this again, guys. We're not trying to show off about how cool you can draw. Okay. I want you to be like, it doesn't matter what I draw on the paper, as long as it reminds me of this person when we're done. Hey, thank you, Cherish. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, super awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate the tip. Okay. So don't forget, guys, share your picture with me. Oh, I'm going to look at the picture right now. Hold on, Cherish. Let me look. It doesn't matter. Just make it look like them to you. Don't make it look like them to like for nobody else. We'll get into all the science of all this stuff. You know, I've been teaching on science, but this part right here is so important. This part is having fun creating something from the mind, right? And all of these shapes here, yes, these are my shapes. Okay, so like if you look at the eye shape, right, for this particular eye, this this turquoise shape right here, the parallelogram, that's the shape I use right here. When I get down to the nose, I might use something like one of these right here, right? Um, when I draw a neck or when I draw anything, I just reference what one of these shapes are. The head shape is the same way. I use these shapes up here for my head shapes, right? So with this one, right? Again, and that's a really cool little cartoon. It kind of looks like an anime style cartoon, but look at it. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? No flash. See? Yeah, there we go. All right. So we're gonna go to our next picture. This is number 4, I think, right? Okay. And let me look up what Cherish sent here. Let me look here. Yeah. I like that one. That's the chick. Yeah, and you see, it just you just let it happen. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna be 100% wrong about what they saw. You know, when you try, just understand that when you start drawing, if you just draw what you think you see, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be all the way wrong, and then you want to work on parts of it, but you got to be able to do it. Again, like you're in kindergarten, like we youngsters, we back in the day. Look at that. I like that one. You see, so I can see her in the photograph. You know what I mean? Yes. Awesome. Yeah, so this is my version, this is her version. And which version is better in the world? You know what I mean? It's just how you see versus how I see. You get what I mean? But this could be her like I don't know. She looks like in another universe. What's the name of them guys? Bob's Burgers maybe look like her. But this is a little bit more sophisticated version of her. Yeah, you gotta let your inner child. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Is let your inner child come out, and you know when we stop letting that inner child be out, we 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 can't learn anymore. We life becomes really you know oh my gosh, not another day of this, right? And then one day starts running into the next, and you don't you know you miss out on life and miss out on your blessings and stuff. So, you know, definitely for sure. All right, now so with this one here, I don't know. I think for her eyes, um, I don't know. If I could keep it simple, what kind of shape would I want to use for that? I'm gonna do this shape here. I'm gonna do two little L's, and then I'm gonna draw two little bananas or two little lines like this one, and then I'm gonna add some eyelashes inside of it like that. I don't know, something like that. What's up? Like two little. You know what I'm talking about? One of them things, but it looks like it got some furriness on the end of it. There, I don't know. Let me see. This is my hexagon for sure. I don't know. I could just color those in. I don't really need that, huh? Make some little glasses here. Maybe like some little cup shapes here. All right. Yeah. I'm always thinking about that now, especially as a dad at my age. Um, I'm always looking at my kids and seeing how they and kind of almost at this age it's because I don't want to get into this idea where I felt like I've done it all, seen it all, because I have young kids, right? And so they are just experiencing the world. So here I come with, oh, I'm Debbie Downer because I can't, I've lost my ability to imagine or to watch cartoons or to play things with them. You get what I mean? Yeah. So that's why one of my reasons for I like to draw cartoons because it makes me happy. It makes to see something funny. I don't know, you know what I mean? Something, yeah. Let me see. Question: do you use the foam board when you're drawing at your events? Foam board. Oh, you talking about the sandwich board? The one where I'm not understanding, Jermaine. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Are you talking about the little sandwich board thing that I have? I'm not sure. That's an easy way to do some short here. You see that? Did y'all get that? All right. So my inner child has come out. This is what I would think this picture looks like as a cartoon. I like the way that came out. I learned a lot about drawing the body too. I was watching Charles Schultz the other day. I was watching Snoopy, and the simplicity of their cartoons, man. If you the same concept of what I'm telling you is that you can make your characters look like anything. Everybody from Charlie Brown has very similar characters, but they all look different. Very similar features though. You got the eyes that do like this, right? And then you got the little nose that goes to the side, right? You remember that, and that's like Charlie Brown, and then they got this long drop like that, right? So they got all of them have. So if I wanted to draw her, here, hold on. This is give you an example. If I wanted to do something like that with her, right? I don't know. I could. I wonder if we could get away with. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I would do that with this style. Oh, you know what? You can't. I would have to do. I would have to do it a different. I don't know. Should I? I don't have to necessarily. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Here's the. All right. So what is that? Number 5 here. Okay. It's a foam board that you put underneath your paper when you. Oh yeah. It's yeah definitely. I actually yeah, the foam board is gonna be the best thing. Just get you like a black piece of foam board. Um, I still feel like sometimes with the foam board, it messes with my pen stroke because it sinks in when I'm touching the paper too. I still have yet to find something that I really like that uses that. So what I've done is I'll have like a lot of sheets of paper, and then I put them inside of a plastic. So my paper is all wrapped in plastic. So when I pull the paper out, I'm drawing on top of plastic that's covering the plastic of my paper, and my paper doesn't give when I press as hard. So that's the reason I use that way. All right, let's see here. All right, let me see. L L triangle triangle um upside down triangle um hexagon, bottom of a hexagon, big teeth. Yep. Now I'm starting to warm up a little bit, right? Okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't like the foam board myself either. It's like it doesn't do well against the tips of your pen. So yeah, that's yeah. Um, yeah, I found it's a temporary solution for right now. I can't think of anything. Maybe even something rubber, but then rubber is also going to make it's going to kind of give with your pen. So I don't think that might be a good idea either. All right. Anyway, let's see here. So, man, look at this. Now I got something that I haven't really um, expounded on this with you guys. But whenever you guys come back for our next live stream, I'll talk with you guys a little bit more about my language of the face, and which is kind of what I did right here. So what I do is I break the face down into words, right, and then words are shapes. So for instance, I have live here, then this would be L. Use your imagination? L, I, two I's, right? A V, and an E, right? So this will give me the basis for a particular caricature with a particular head shape, right? But if I go L, right, and I go O, U, D, spells loud, right? Then I can put a head shape right there. See? Okay. Um, I had some ones with C, O. These O's could be whatever size you want. J, I. Okay. So, like here, I'd say L. I'd say definitely D. I'd say V. And then I'd say small D right here. Yep. Here we go. Okay. Which this is my universal mouth shape. This one right here. That's my shape I use all the time for the mouth. So, you know, let me see. All right. So this one might be C. Um, D. Um, Small nose. Just want to experiment real quick. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I missed that hand. I don't know what hell. Okay. And she got some little freckles. So you this is I like the way this translated over. I learned something here as well as too with the nose because I was trying to figure out how I could make it into one shape. You know, in cartoons they generally, you know, that you could have her little nostrils here. I guess that does make a difference. But so what I'd have to do is just a Oh, I remember this one. This is a guy with a pier. So I would just do the U shape with the thing like that, and then that would be good for that nose. Okay. Yeah. And then she had the U shape eyebrows. All right. Okay, what time is it? 10:30. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, guys. I'm gonna do one more little picture here for you. Then we're gonna get out of here. I gotta do the word of the day, so give me just a moment, and we'll get started on that. So let me see here. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do it like I did last time. I think that might be a better way. Because I saw Alanis do this one time, and he was doing the short hair, but when the hair looks pulled back toward the scalp like this, so it makes it where I could do it a little bit better. I like that. I'm always remembering stuff I see other artists do. So, all right. So that's our last drawing of the day, guys. Appreciate you coming out. Let's go ahead and get into the word of the day so you guys can go about your day. Yep. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. All right. So I'll be right back, guys. Give me just a minute. All right, guys. So, welcome to the Rousal World Caricature art stream. Here we talk about art, what can make us better as artists, what things we can put into our art that we could possibly, improve in this area or that area. We all could, use a little improvement. So, this stream is just dedicated to that, to freeing up the mind so that you can create, and not just on paper, but so that you can create, you know, every in your moments in life. You know what I mean? Because life can become very boring if you don't understand the power of creativity in the mind. If we're not creative in the mind, it says an idle mind is the devil's playground, right? And that just means that what I'm trying to tell you, that when you don't give your mind a direction to go in, then the world will put something there for you. You know what I mean? And so we want our stream to be a little bit different than the other streams, where we want you to leave here with, not just knowing how to draw, but to also be able to truly enjoy the moments of your life. And how do you draw from somebody talked about drawing from the mind earlier, and drawing from the mind and drawing from memory and all this stuff. These things are all because of what you learn to do in moments. If you learn how to handle each moment, then you truly begin to have memories. It's when you get older and you stop doing that, you can understand how you can just stop growing. So you want to keep that part of you alive, the part of you that sees the blessing in every day, that pays attention to the detail that nobody pays attention to. You get what I mean? Because that's definitely for me what sustains me. I go. We all go through things, and not to say that my problems are bigger than anybody else's, but when you're a father and stuff, or a husband, or and a uncle, or whatever, you always it's always the responsibilities and things that can go wrong, that happen just on a day-to-day basis. And then it's like, how do I handle that situation? If my child does something and I have to discipline them, is it necessary for them to be spanking, or is it that might not, it might be 30 steps, but some people go right to the spanking, you know what I'm saying? But it might be a whole bunch of other things you could have tried before you went there, but you just wasn't willing to go, to that thing. So again, we'll just teach you how to do things in moments, with the word of the day, and by taking God's word and showing you how this word actually applies to everything, including art. Okay, so the very thing that we're doing, I'm going to show you. We're going to talk about a concept of it, show you how it relates to art, and I'm not making this up. This is a rule or law or spiritual law that God's already placed into effect. So our word of the day today is called eyes to see and ears to hear. Eyes to see and ears to hear. So we're going to go to the book of Psalms, Psalms 130, chapter 5. It says, I wait for the Lord, my soul waits, and in his word I put my hope. Okay. That is a good scripture, because it says to me mindset. The mindset that we must have. It says, for without without faith it's impossible to please God. You have to come to him believing he is who he says he is. He can do what he says he can do, and that he'll do it for you. And so you have to believe that. And so when I get into a situation in life, I, number one, know that God's word says this is how I must conduct myself. This is the things that I must do or say in this situation. And then there's another part of me that's going to say, but I know better. What if I won't get caught, or something that gives you an excuse to do kind of whatever you want to do in the situation. You don't want that mentality. You want to have that mentality again, that when you get into a situation, that you serve a God that knows what you're going through, knows what you need when you need it, and that he'll come through when you do need that. And we just have to stand on that word. So it says here, eyes that see and ears that hear. That's a phrase you find a lot in the Bible. But what does it mean? Can't everyone with eyes and ears see and hear my message? Well, no. Because I am found in the quiet and stillness by those who are willing to look and listen for me. So let's go back to what I was saying at the beginning of this message. That this is a mentality. It's about when we are drawing this picture today. I told you to go back to when you were a kid. And I said, think about when you draw. Don't try to draw like you're trying to impress somebody. Remember when you was a kid, and I gave you the example, my son drew a little picture of me, and then how I looked into that picture and I saw, you know what I mean, what he was trying to do and where he was trying to go. In that creativity part, you have to block out things, and you have to get your ego out of the way. Who you think you are, what you think you are, what you should be able to think you should produce, what everybody's going to think about you. All those type of things stop your creativity. It stops you from being in the moment. Okay? And that's what God is saying here. He says, because I'm found in the quiet and stillness by those who are willing to look and listen for me. So when you're willing to look and listen, that means that you're able. How do you draw from the mind? You stop, and then you'll be able to look at things, and you'll see colors, and you'll see shapes, and you'll say, oh, that's interesting, clouds, or wow, that really made me laugh, the way that tree was shaped right there. You know, you'll start doing things like that because now you're living in the moment and you create these memories. And unless something becomes a memory, then it's not, so you're not going to be able to reproduce that later. But you can't pay attention to these things if you don't have an appreciation for life in general. That's what that's saying. It says the noise, the distractions, the busyness of this world make it difficult to recognize me at times. So what we're going through in life, our problems sometimes tend to just overtake our minds, and you know, I don't know if you ever been in a car before and you've been mad. You just been driving, but you're mad, and you don't really see nothing that's going on around you, or you know what I mean. You see just enough to be able to drive down the road, but you don't really pay attention to, you know what I mean. When you're angry at whatever, if you're sitting in a room you're angry with somebody, you don't pay attention to the things that you're supposed to be paying attention to. You know, if I'm angry with me and my wife, we might have a disagreement about something. But if I get angry, then I can't listen to what she's saying, because in my anger I only want what I want. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's talking about. Distractions, the business of the world. It makes it difficult for me to pay attention and to recognize who he is, and go back to that word where it says, I wait for the Lord, my soul waits, and in his word I put my hope. In order to see and hear me, you have to seek me and wait for me. Okay? Block out the noise of the world and be still. That is what creating artwork is. Is again going back to the mind of the child. The mind of the child is the anything is possible mind. Okay? This is why it says in the scripture, it talks about you have to come to God, but you have to come with the mind of a child. You have to come thinking and seeing the word as a child. You have to believe in him like a child would believe in something. This is what they said. You want to have that heart for God. So even though you don't see it or whatever, you can take out all the distractions of the world and everything you're going through, and know that those things are going to be okay. And then for right now, you're free with only one task, and that one task is to sit down and create what you're going to create. Now, this works in no matter whether you're drawing on a drawing board or whether you are talking to a friend. Everything is art. Everything that you create is art. So if me and you in a room and we're talking to each other, right? And we want to truly be in the moment, that means there's no cell phones, there's none of that stuff. It's just me and you talking to each other, right? Okay. And so there's no distractions. I'm not thinking about what I could be doing, what I should be doing, what I might be doing. I'm just thinking about what I am doing, and that's going to make me the most beneficial to you and to me in that conversation or in that time together. It says spend time alone with your Bible or in prayer or just listening. It is then that your eyes will see and your ears will hear my message of hope. If you look for God, right? I look for God and I see him every time I'm able to provide a meal for my family, or I'm able to get an event, somebody gives an event, or somebody does anything for me, the smallest little thing, I don't look at anything like I'm entitled to it. So my automatic reaction to it, because my relationship with God, and to keep myself able to keep creating, because this is how you build your faith. I look at everything like, oh man, really, God, that was just for me. This, you put this here just for me. And then I look back in my life and I say, man, my kids are not just kids. Man, God blessed me with these children. That means he must know that I got something in me that I'm not capable of. Man, look at the wife that he blessed me with. Man, look at, somebody walked up to me and says, hey, hey man, I might be drawing a picture of them, and they might say, they might give me $25, okay? But then for the picture, then they might tip me $3 or $4, right? I'm not gonna look at that $3 or $4 and says, man, you could have tipped me 10. I'm gonna say, oh man, thank you. That's so, that you blessed me. God blessed me with $4 more, and I didn't have that when I left. And when you have that mentality, then you get what I'm saying. You're gonna, every moment, you're gonna be the best. You won't get defeated by a moment that you're in. You get what I'm saying? You won't get defeated. You're in this moment, and you learn what to do in that moment, and then your faith will build, because you'll say, you know what, I felt like this last time, but I went against what I felt, and I did what God said, and it all worked out for me, and this situation is not going to be any different. And then all of a sudden, you find yourself keeping yourself in that zone where you want to live, and you want to, life is not just boring to you, it's an experience, and then you can draw from the mind, and you can do all these things that we're doing here in the art class. So anyway, guys, that is our word of the day. Eyes to see and ears to hear, that God gave us our eyes so that we could see. But what are we spending our time looking at? Right? When we're angry, we're defeated, we're jealous, we're, all these different things that we could be, and these conditions or emotions that we could have. And these things serve a lot of times to turn off, so we don't truly see anything. We just go through life, Now, I'm going to leave with this to give you a good analogy. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Click before. Well, the movie was with Adam Sandler, and he had this remote control. With the remote control, he could fast forward past any part of his life that he didn't want, that he didn't, he could make people be silent. He could do everything that he could do in reality, he could do with this remote. So anyway, through the whole movie, him and his wife or his girlfriend or whatever, they're going through all these moments in life, and every time he gets to this moment, she's talking about something. He's like, oh gosh, be quiet. And he's like fast forwarding, and she's like, blah, 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 right? And then dad was talking about something, he fast forwarded, and then this was fast forwarded, and next thing you know, he fast forwarded all the way to where he looked up and he was an old man. They were in the living room, they were talking, him and his wife, and you remember the time I told you this, that, and the other thing? And he sat there and he could not for the life of him remember what the heck she was talking about. It's because, and all these conversations, people were passing away, important things that happened, important developments with the kids, things about her feelings and her thoughts and about marriage and their future and all this stuff, all these personal things that she shared, right, with him, his family shared with him. He had no idea what the heck happened because he kept using the remote to fast forward past everything. Well, that's what happens when you don't use with God, when we don't sit back and we don't watch things and be in the moment. We just fast forwarding through life. And the next thing you know, we're sitting up here, old. You really are old. You know what I'm saying? You look back and you say, man, I'm 70, I'm 60, you know what I'm saying? Heck, I'm 50. And look at me, I'm alone, I'm by myself. My whole life, I just thought only about me. I never really, you really think back and you did stuff, but none of it really meant anything to you. You've been a lot of places, but it never meant anything. You get what I'm saying? So you can't draw happiness from that. You can't draw anything from that because you just, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, open up those eyes to see and those ears to hear. And you'll see the goodness of God all around you. And you'll become grateful. And go back and think about the times he's already blessed you. Think about people he's brought into your life. Think about the time that you got a blessing or time you got out of that jam or time. And think about those times and understand that God was there and how he delivered you through those situations. And then when you continue to think like this, then you develop an attitude of gratitude, and life just kind of is a lot more interesting when you have that mindset. So I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and I got to get out of here. I got to take my daughter to her dance recital today. So I want to thank you guys for coming out to the stream. If you guys did tip, I appreciate it. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't even know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. If you guys wish to tip, you can also tip. Here's our Cash App if you want to give to Rousel World, our art ministry. Thank you so much for helping us out with that. If you guys also want to donate to our roofing fund, which we already explained to you guys what that is, we really do need the help. So thank you very much for that as well. All right, so guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. You guys have a blessed and awesome Saturday, and I'll see you guys next time.